East Mission is now the most dangerous infected zone in the world. The Army has stopped all evacuation efforts and sealed the city.
So what's it been like stepping into the world of Dead Rising?
It's been great because I feel like Jordan is the kind of character that I could really dig some fingernails into, both in the first movie and certainly in the second. And for me, it's been great because it's a big contrast to, say, Once Upon a Time, where I play a fairy, and then to come in and be like a zombie-killing, ass-kicking woman. Can I say that on this?
I'm really big into the zombie apocalypse theme, so for me, this is awesome. So I've had an absolute blast. I'm really excited, and the fans are amazing. Like, the fans of the game and the fans of the film are awesome, so it's been a blast.
What do you think it is about zombies that have had them withstand the test of time over the years?
The fact that they don't die probably helps. I personally like it because I like the idea of finding yourself in a world that you have, if you're alive and you're surviving, you have access to anything that you want. Any car you want, as long as you get your supplies, you find yourself a ranch and you can survive and kill off all the zombies around you. You have access to pretty much anything. You kind of rule the world.
I've never done a project involving zombies before, so I know it's such a cult classic sort of genre, and it's a few years ago it was the vampires, now it's the zombies. And I just had a blast nailing them with that spiked bat. I had the best weapon out of all of them, hands down. I called it fourth base. We even named it.
How was it like dealing with the zombies and the blood and prosthetics and makeup and stuff?
It was good because I didn't have to do prosthetics on this one, which I have had to do, for example, on Bates Motel. That whole neck prosthesis was a giant process. So I felt good to watch other people have to go through that. It was really nice, sitting with my coffee while they're in 4 hours of hair and makeup. It's like, hey, how's that going?
Yeah, I was constantly feeling bad for our stunt team and our wonderful background actors that were the zombies, just sweating. Those prosthetics don't really breathe very well, so they just had to sit in all that blood and guts all day long, and none of them ever complained. So they were all total champs.
What are some of the challenges and differences between filming a serial show and a feature film?
Well, I think in terms of character development, they have really vast differences, of course, depending on what show you're on. If you're a regular or a lead, that you're going to have a whole story. But the backstory to some degree, that becomes your own homework. It's not necessarily there on the script in a movie like this. And so I always make up big things. And the story I was able to make for Jordan, I just really loved building it. Like, what was she doing in those 2 years? What was happening to her? How did that affect her? That was one of the things that I really liked about this, that you don't always get to do if you're kind of coming in and out on a series, for example.
Yeah, this was a little bit of a challenge for me at first, just because I started filming this the very next day the 100 wrapped of 6 months of shooting that project, so I didn't have a ton of time to dive into Sandra. But I really enjoyed working with everybody, and we had a lot of fun, and I got to have a lot of input on certain scenes.
Yeah. Now, what's Comic-Con been like for you so far? Good show, because this is not your first Comic-Con.
This is my first Comic-Con.
What is your first Comic-Con?
I have done, I've been to Dragon Con, I've done some of the other big ones. New York Comic-Con, by the way, I would really like to come, so make sure you invite me. This is my first one at this one. It was on my list, and I was really excited to come. And I know the world of cons, so it's not like I didn't know what to expect, but it's giant. The scope of it is kind of awesome.
It's awesome. I've seen so many people in the most amazing There was a guy that came out of the elevator in a Transformers costume on stilts who was completely bent over. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. This is so cool.
I hate that I dragged you into this.
Next time, let's just do dinner and a movie.